So hi, so it's Ken again. I'm here to do another well-being film for ATTFE. So today we're going to do, I'm a Tai Chi teacher, and today we're going to do some Tai Chi, but we're also going to do some what they call Yi-Chuan. Yi-Chuan is another internal Chinese martial art or health art, very much like Tai Chi. So I'll talk as I go along. If you've watched any of the other films, I can certainly talk. So I'll talk as we go. I'll explain as we go along. So I want you to bring your feet flat together. If you really struggle with your feet flat together here, you can turn the toes out. No, don't turn the toes out. If you really struggle with your feet like this, you can step out a little bit wide, but keep the feet parallel to each other. You can make slight adjustments as long as you're not breaking away from the principles that I will be droning on about. But I'm going to have my feet flat together. Visualize a ball in your belly. A fist-sized ball, about 3 fingers below the belly button and in the center of the body, closer to the spine than to the front of the body. And I want you to feel as if you're clenching or tensing that fist-sized ball. And I want you to use that tensing, that clenching to sink the ribs, to fill the lower back, and to push or pull the sacrum forward. You're trying to minimize the lordosis in the lower back. It's important that we do have the double S shape in the spine for shock absorption and for weight bearing, but these curves can become exaggerated if we lead quite a sedentary lifestyle. Okay, so we're making sure we have a good alignment of our skeletal system, especially our spine. So I want you to feel, I'm going to give you a side view here. You keep facing towards me here. Give you a side view here. I want you to feel as if you're clenching or tensing that fist-sized ball. I want you to use it to start to rock the body forwards and backwards. So you're rocking forwards and backwards. The toes come up off the ground as you go backwards. The heel comes off the ground as you go forwards. But this is not an ankle movement. You're not moving from the ankle. You're moving through the ankles, moving from your center. And you're looking for places where maybe your structure buckles. Maybe you do have excessive curvature in the spine and you find yourself toppling over that curvature in the lower back. Or maybe you're sticking your chest out or putting the head forwards and you keep falling forwards here. Just looking for places where maybe your structure, the configuration of your body is not that connected. We're always working towards whole body connectedness in the internal Chinese martial arts or health arts. I want you to tense and clench and push up onto your tiptoes, pushing up. And again, look for places where maybe lots of tension creeps in. They're places where you might not notice it, but you habitually hold those tensions through your day. And we want to eliminate those. Eliminate those so you can really, everything you do is whole body connectedness. And I want you to tense and clench and lower yourself down through your good structure. Through your good structure. Keep facing towards me. Turn the toes out to the side ever so slightly. Then I want you to sink the weight of your body onto your right leg. Turn your waist to your right. Turn and make sure the knee stays in line with the toes. Keep your head up. You see how I've expanded my arms out to the side. Then turn your waist to your left. Head up. Hopefully you feel the elasticity, the spring of the body. And as you release your left leg, it just flicks out to the side. Flicks out to the side. Then turn your waist to your right to turn your left toes in. And this is not a hip movement here. You're moving, turning from your waist and just pulling. Using the whole body connectedness. Using the anatomy trains, these planes of movement here. Push across, turn the waist to the other side and pull the toes in again. So it's not like I said, hip movement, you're pulling and then settle down in the center. And you should have your feet about the same distance as your hips or your shoulders apart, feet parallel to each other. Then I want you to lower your weight of the body. You can mirror me here. Lower the weight of the body down through your left leg. I just want you to start to swing your left arm. Swinging your left arm. Just swinging your arm. Swinging your arm. Just turning your waist, swinging. You have a straight line down from your earlobe down through the very center of the foot. Straight line down from the earlobe down through the very center of the foot. Your arms just swing. I'll give you a side view here. You keep facing forward. I'm facing forward here as well. So just swinging here. So it's not an isolated arm movement. Your arm's just swinging on your shoulder. Just enough tension in the shoulder to give stability to the joint in this movement. If you hold excessive tension here, you won't feel the swing of your arms. Letting go of excessive tension. Just feel the shoulder responding naturally to the forces it's subjected to. So the weight of the arm, gravity's pull, and this momentum. Turning, keeping your head up. So imagine you have a long ponytail on the top of the head tied up to the ceiling. You're pushing the sacrum forwards, but it feels like it's hanging down from that suspension from above. Just let it hang down. That's what we want to do. We want to get back to our naturalness. Get rid of those unnecessary tensions that we do hold on to in our body. Rid of those habitual tensions. Then change to doing this on the other side. Swinging the arm. Just let the arm swing. If you have that feeling, you're keeping the foot flat on the floor, but you have that feeling as if you're rocking from the heel towards the toe like we were in the first exercise there. So you feel the weight of the body shifting around on the sole of the foot. Just swinging your arm. Swinging your arm. Arms just swinging on your shoulder. So yeah, I'm compressing my leg against the ground. So the knee goes forwards, the hip goes backwards. The knee goes no further forward than the toes. And I do give a lot of details when I talk, when I teach. Don't think you have to take in everything or you're getting it wrong. After a few sessions with me, it gets quite repetitive. I'm kind of repeating these founding principles of Tai Chi. It's all based in the basics Tai Chi. It's all based in the basic, these founding principles. Head up, whole body moving together, being the best upright bipedal mammal that you can be here. Swinging, swinging, swinging. And then bring the other arm back into play. Bring the other arm back into play and just swinging. Just swinging, swinging, swinging. Swinging, swinging, swinging. So you brought yourself to the center now. You have a straight line down from the top of the head, an area that we call the baihuai on the top of the head, down to the midpoint in between your 2 feet. And you're just moving on that central axis. You're not moving from the hips here, moving through this area here. It's a reoccurring theme, moving through, engaging all the areas, but only feel them responding, the muscles, the tissue responding naturally to the forces they're subjected to. So not lots of excessive muscular effort. Saying Tai Chi, less is more. Less is more. So doing less and you get a whole body connectedness. You seem to get more out of your body. More out of the body, but using less effort. Because you're using the body as a complete coordinated unit. And put this into both arms in front of you at the same time. Both arms in front of you at the same time. Both arms behind you at the same time. Okay, make sure your structure, it's not buckling. So we worked on the sagittal plane last night. The sagittal plane, the frontal plane, and the transverse plane. Sagittal is forwards and backwards. So make sure as you're doing this, you're not sticking your chest out, you're not curving in the lower back, you're not flaring the ribs out, you're not sticking your bum out, head's not going forwards here. Your arms just swinging, just bouncing up and down. Bouncing up and down. And take your arms out to the sides of the body. Arms out to the sides of the body. Just, again, make sure you've got good structure here. When you do have areas in the body that don't move in a predicted way, I don't want to say should, in a predicted way, we all have our unique way of moving, but there are predicted ways the body should move. And when the body isn't moving in a predicted way, it's usually because you've had an injury, or maybe you've had a surgery, or maybe you just don't use that area enough, and the other parts of the body have to compensate for the lack of movement in those areas there. So make sure that the chest isn't sticking out because of the lack of movement in the shoulders here. Keep the chest sunk, make sure you're not flaring the ribs out, not curving in the lower back. Put your mind into that ball in the belly and start to turn it from side to side. Turning it from side to side. Flick your arms up. Arms just swinging on your shoulders. Just swinging on your shoulders. Make sure you're not twisting your knees, just loosening up. Feet flat on the floor. Make sure your knees stay in line with the toes. Keep your head up. And everything's just following the turning of the waist. Okay, so that's the loosening up. Okay, so we're going to do working this on. So we're going to work on some Yichuan. Yichuan is mind intent boxing or mind intent fist, another internal Chinese health art and martial art, all based around standing postures. Okay, so we're going to get into it. So feet flat together again. Again, if you do struggle here, you can make slight adjustments to make it so you can do it. But as long as you're sticking with the major principles. So I'm going to have my feet flat together. Okay, take your arms out. One arm in front of you, one arm out to the side. So you've got a 90-degree right angle between your arms, and you're going to keep this 90-degree right angle. We're going to be taking 3 steps forwards and then 3 steps backwards. So make sure you've got enough room to take 3 steps forwards. Okay, and all I want you to do is drop your arms down and turn to the other side. Arms up. Again, you've got this 90-degree right angle between your arms. Dropping down, breathing in. And breathing out. So this is the Dragonfly skims the water. You see how I'm pushing my arms up here. It's not just shoulder movements here. I'm turning and pushing my arms up. So I have movement through this transverse plane, this rotational movement in the body. And again, as I was saying in the last waist turning exercise, when parts of the body don't move out in a predictable way, the other parts of the body have to compensate. This is a whole body movement here. So if you are lacking movement in your ankles or in your hips, you might be twisting your knees, and you don't want to be doing that. Keep your knees in line with the toes. Relax your ankles, relax the hips and the pelvic area, the waist. Turning the waist, moving from that ball in the belly, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Make sure your tongue is on the roof of the mouth, just behind the front teeth. Lips and teeth are together, not clenched. Your jaw is parallel, level with the floor. Have the feeling here as if somebody's pulling on your ears to pull your neck back against the collar of a shirt. You can see how I'm turning from my waist here, so my nose is staying in line with my belly button. Breathing in, sink the chest, round the upper back. Breathing in and breathing out, whole body. So the dragonfly skims the water. This move, the dragonfly skims the water. Like a beautiful dragonfly. You ever seen them flying over lakes or ponds or near water? They have serious aerial skills. Grace, fluidity, dexterity, is that the right word, in flight. Feel that here, your whole body's moving together, beating your wings. Breathing in and breathing out. Okay, then we're going to work on some cross connections. So as your right arm goes forwards, I want you to step forwards with your left foot. Come back. And as your left arm goes forward, step forwards with your right foot. So you're making a cross connection with the arm and leg that's going forwards here. Breathing in. You're not committing any weight to that front foot, just touching the toes down. You're dropping the weight of the body down through the very center of that supporting foot. So you feel the arch along the sole of the foot. You feel it extending. So we have the natural arch on the sole of the feet. Arches on the soles of the feet, and as they become fully weight bearing, they flatten, and then they want to take their shape back. So they want to go back to their natural arch. And you feel as you flatten it and it takes its shape back, you feel a pump, and you're really trying to utilize that pump to help you with the step here. And you're just touching the toes and the front two balls in the feet down as you push forwards here. Again, empty stance. Breathing in and out. In. And then you can stick with doing it like this, touching the toes down here. But if you want to work on your balance a little bit more, you can lift the leg off the ground. Breathing in. And you're pointing the sole of the foot forwards here. So keep your head up. Kind of soften your focus and feel as if you're looking into the distance. So you're really working on your proprioception here, that inner feeling of balance here. Rather than using visual markers of your surroundings to know how you're balanced in relation to them, use your inner sense of balance. In and breathing out. Use that pump from the sole of the foot, your good structure. So you have the feeling as if you're doing this. As if you're doing this. You can do that if you want. Breathing in and out. In. Good structure. As soon as you start to lean or stick any parts of the body out, then gravity is pulling you in the direction you're leaning towards. So you want to be perfectly upright, so gravity is just pulling straight down for you. The good knee alignment, keep the head up. Breathing in and out. Okay, we're going to put some steps into it now. So as I go forwards, probably with this camera in front of me, my feet might go out of view, but you're keeping that cross connection between the arm and the leg that you're going forwards with. So breathing in, 3 steps forwards. Then you do one move without moving the feet, so that when you can go backwards, you have this cross connection again. So 3 steps backwards. And again, you do one without moving the feet, so that when you go forwards again, you can have that cross connection between the arm and leg that goes out in front of you. Breathing in and out. Feel the whole body moving together with a turning of the waist. Usually in Tai Chi, when you go forwards, you roll into foot heel to toe. In this one, you're placing their toes down first. Breathing in and out. It's forwards and backwards, just moving with the waist. Everything is following the turning of the waist. The waist, they say in Tai Chi, is the commander. And you could pick up the pace. I'm only doing 3 steps here because we're inside here. You might be limited for space. If you have a lot more space, you can do more than 3 steps forwards. And each round is an amazing fighting art as well. And so it's based all around holding static postures, all based around standing meditation. And I will be working on standing meditation in future films. Okay, so let's go back to this one. So you're doing like a shovel kick here, pointing the sole of the foot away from you. You have a cross connection between the leg and the arm that's going forwards. Drop the weight of the body down through the arch of the foot. And then just touch the toes down. Breathing in. Breathing out. And feet together. Breathing in. Breathing out. Slowing down. Breathing in. So your arms, shoulders probably aching a little bit. It's good. You've got your, you're doing slow movements here, but your breath might have got up a little bit here. You've got yourself nice and warm. Got the body working. We do lots of repetition in the internal arts to really work on making sure the body is moving through good planes of movement. You have good connectivity, whole body moving together. So we know that there are things we repeatedly do with our body, with our mind. They shape the way the body and the mind work. So work on our body to move in a connected way, a whole body connected way. So maybe it's kind of like physio, bringing yourself back to a healthy balance. Okay, just turn your toes out to the side ever so slightly. Relax your arms down by your side. Keep a small gap underneath each armpit, at least let the air get to your armpits. Breathing in through your nose. Feel as if you're breathing into that area about 3 fingers below the belly button and in the centre of the body. Imagine that ball there is about the size of a golf ball. As you breathe into it, feel it grow to about the size of your fist. Breathing out, it shrinks. Breathing in, it grows. And this expanding ball should push the belly out, should push the lower back, push to the sides, push up and push it out, expanding in all directions. Try to make the out breath a little bit longer than the in breath. You really shouldn't be able to hear the breath. The tongue is on the roof of the mouth. Any saliva that's poured in your mouth, swallow it down and imagine it drops straight down into that ball in the belly. In the same traditional Chinese medicine, that saliva that pours in your mouth when you're doing, with the tongue on the roof of the mouth, when you're doing these sort of exercises, full of the qi energy. If you believe in this mysterious energy that can't be seen, can't be measured, can't even be proved to exist, but is a major part of traditional Chinese medicine. It's a belief thing. Breathing in and breathing out. Feel any tensions in the body just falling away, any tensions in the mind just falling away. Just settling into this good structure. Letting go of any habitual tensions that don't serve you. We do carry around lots of tensions in the body and the mind that do us no good. They just hold us in bad configurations. There's lots of different ways of configuring the body to do the same task. Not all those configurations are healthy in the long run. So it's important to work towards a good configuration, then try to maintain it. Because life will keep throwing you off of that good balance. Okay. Just rub your hands. Rub your hands, rub your shoulders. Give them a good rub like you're rubbing a magic cream. Rub your belly, the hips, the lower back, and rub down the body. Rub as hard as is comfortable for you. This is self-massage. Do the inguinal crease if you don't feel too self-conscious of rubbing in the crease here. It's really good, important exercise, that important massage there. Rub the knees, shins and calves and ankles, lower back. And anywhere that you have any existing injuries or aches and pains, give them a rub in. I can finish there, so I will say, give it a practice, watch the film again, give it a practice, and I will see you in the next film. So I will say bye for now. Bye.